Welcome back to White Mountains today. We have Matt Geary, Dr. Geary from Memorial Hospital PT. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
How's everything going over there? This is like, how long has this PT center been in Memorial Hospital?
So Memorial opened it up about 2.5 years ago. We're in what was the former One-to-One Fit building. People think of it as that. We have the entire first floor of it right now, and some big changes set to take place there. We're actually going to be renovating that building yet again. We'll be moving upstairs, and orthopedics and sports medicine will come in as well. And so we'll all be under one roof.
Wonderful.
And that'll take about a year, I understand, for all of those renovations and changes to happen.
All right, and are your clients still going to be able to come in and?
Everyone, yeah, there'll be no disruption in service. We'll be open every day of the year.
Wonderful. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get into medicine? How did you get into physical therapy? What was the transition there for you?
Sure. Like a lot of folks, I moved through a couple of careers. I was a teacher and professor before this stuff, and then I went back to school, did a doctorate in physical therapy, and started off in Portland working at a big sports medicine center, kind of a very specialty clinic, and early on was encouraged to specialize. Find something of interest and really run with it. And I have to say it was some of the best advice I ever got. And for me, I was competing in triathlon a lot at the time, and so running and biking, biomechanics and injury prevention and treatment really was my interest. And so I've done a lot of postdoc work in running and bike biomechanics.
Well, and that brings us to our next subject, because the seasons are changing.
They are.
And you're coming into your, like the wheelhouse
Our
of
seasons
spring.
are changing again, because we had a little dose of spring, and
I
then
know.
this came back, and now we're getting ready to have spring all over again here.
Absolutely. But this connects you with the run, the bike that you want to specialize in, that you are specializing in. And you guys really offer this unique, I think, service to people.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and we're coming into a really busy time for this right now. You're exactly right. So we offer run analysis for all types of runners. You don't need to be an elite runner to benefit from a run analysis. We have a lot of folks who have just taken time off from running, and they want to get back into it, or they want to improve their run. They want to become more efficient, or they just don't want to get hurt.
Right.
And so they'll come in. We do a full video analysis of their run. We can break down all the parts of it. The video is really important. You have to be able to slow things down. Our eye just can't take pictures quite fast enough to see everything that's happening. And so we look at them, look at their strength and flexibility and any issues they might have there, look at their run, break it down, and then usually they're leaving with a much better understanding of how they run, how they can improve, maybe some corrective exercise or prevention things.
What would you say is the most common mistake that people do when they're running?
I think a lot of us were given bad advice a while back, and I think the common thing was, oh, let's take big long strides, and we're going to come down on our heel, and we're going to push off on our toe, and I think we've really improved our knowledge of run mechanics and injury prevention. So I'd say that the big issue is in those mechanics, that big heel strike, that big long stride. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions about shoes. People come in with shoes that aren't working for them, or they think a certain shoe is going to fix their run. It's not. You got to kind of fix your run first and then get into the shoe that you want.
Now, do you find the minimalist shoes that I see a lot?
Yeah.
Is the pad or lack of padding a problem for anybody?
It's for a lot of people it is. Yeah. In fact, a lot of the research that came out with the minimalist shoes found that heel fractures went up like 600% in a very short period of time when the minimalist shoes were coming out, because people weren't changing their running mechanics. They were still coming down to their heel, and there just wasn't anything there to cushion it. And so if you change your run mechanics, you can get into those minimalist shoes that feel so good, and it feels like, I mean, they're the weight of a pair of socks.
Right.
And you can get into that if you take a little bit of time and change your mechanics, and sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to bikes.
Exactly. So just like the run analysis, we do bike fits as well. So people come in with their bike, we put it on a trainer, run the same kind of high-speed video, break it down, look at their posture on the bike and their position on the bike, and then we can make some changes, usually to both, to their position by changing the setup of their bike, and then also to their posture, just getting them situated a little bit differently. And then we also, once again, we're going to go through and look at strength and flexibility and injury patterns that they've had, and try to give them some prevention programs and some corrective exercises to work with as well.
What are the common, I guess, symptoms? What do people most complain about with improper bike fits?
So the most common one, knee pain. knee pain when they're riding. It's almost always a fit issue. We change their position on the bike, and usually the very next day I get a call, hey, my knees don't hurt anymore. So it's just a mechanical thing that's
Crazy.
happening.
That people get into habits and they don't even realize those habits are causing these symptoms. So you don't need, you know, the meds, you don't need that stuff, but you do need to work on strength, flexibility, and proper positioning.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just assume, well, I just have bad knees. And instead, it's not their knees, it's the fit.
So those bump skiers are going to come see you now.
Yeah,
You're like, oh,
exactly.
sorry, it is your knees.
Ski racing season's over. Bump season is pretty much over. We've got a little spring skiing left. But then, yeah, people are going to start getting on the bikes and stuff, and we start doing a lot of bike fits. And the most common question, let's just jump to it. Will their insurance cover this? Yes, 99% of the time. That's the first question I get is, will my insurance cover this stuff?
Right.
It will. You do need a referral from your primary care physician. Keep those folks in the loop. They want to know what you're doing.
Right.
They're usually really interested to hear how it went. Are you getting out and exercising more? I get a lot of calls from primary cares about, can I get people in for these things?
And that is nice because the connection to Memorial Hospital, you know, a lot of primary care physicians right there, and they can refer easily right over to you guys. So.
They do. It's really simple. We get a lot of referrals from the primary care department. And we've got a few new physicians that are coming in there too. And then, you know, quite a few other practices, the Saco River Medical Group and some of those other guys. We get a lot of referrals from them too. So it's, yeah, it's great. We have a lot of sources there.
Fantastic.
A lot of people involved.
All right, so run, bike. We covered the ski that they can still come in. You must get a lot with the run and bike. You must get a lot of the competitors from the Mount Washington Hill Climb.
We do. Yeah, we get folks, and I'll say in the valley here, we have athletes of all types. I had a patient last year who was competing in the 80 and over division at the Hill Climb.
Oh, wow.
I mean, so we've got athletes of all types and ages here for certain. So yeah, we get a lot of the runners that are participating with the milers groups.
Okay.
We get a lot of folks, a lot of bikers from the Velo Club, a lot of folks who haven't heard about those things yet, and we kind of try to pass on some information.
And can they just come in and see you? I mean, we talked about referrals. How's the process work if they're saying, oh my gosh, I totally want to get PT, and maybe they don't have their primary care physician? Can they come see you or call?
It's really up to, they absolutely can. I don't need a referral to see someone and to treat someone.
Okay.
Most insurance companies do require that you have a referral if you want your insurance company to pay for it. So we really commonly will tell people, you know, give your primary care a call. Let them know that you want to come in. I've never seen an issue that the primary doesn't want you to, you know, get in there and get healthy. And so it keeps them in the loop as well, which they really appreciate. It keeps the communication between all of us open.
Good.
You don't need to have it. If you just want to come in for a bike fit and you just want to pay cash, you can do that too. Absolutely.
And as far as the other facilities or other, machines in there, do you have a full range of, you know, the treadmills to the whatever, if they're doing PT?
We've got a full PT gym. We've got piles of equipment. Absolutely, yeah.
Great, comes in handy.
Yeah, we've got a big, right now we're really fortunate to have such a big facility and so much space. And we're really blessed to have a lot of equipment and stuff.
Fantastic.
Anything we might need.
Excellent. So how can they get in touch with you by phone?
Yeah, so the direct phone number, so you don't have to go through the switchboard of the hospital, 733-5921. We'll get you right to physical therapy. Anybody who answers the phone can make appointments. We all have access to schedules and whatnot. So whoever picks up the phone there can make an appointment for you, get you in and get you taken care of.
And can they get through the Memorial Hospital website as well?
They can go through the Memorial Hospital website. You can read bios, find out information about PT and anything else that you might need. You can go through the main number there if you want to get connected to us as well.
Easy enough, huh?
Easy enough.
No excuses. All right, well, very nice to have you here.
Thanks.
Did we cover everything you wanted to get out there?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, folks, we're going to be back. We have more weather, more events. And don't forget, you can find Dr. Geary and the rest of the staff. How many staffers do you have on?
We have 3 full-time PTs, and we are a clinical education facility. So we've got doctoral interns, students coming in from 4 different universities at different times during the year.
Wow, that's huge. All right, you can find them right over on the Memorial Hospital campus. It's in the old 1-to-1 Fit building, and you can go check them out. Give them a call or check out through the website. We'll be back with more here on White Mountains Today.